Hello dear students, welcome back at your own channel Maths Mega, where we are here to discuss the academic part of mathematics grade 11. Right now we'll be talking on chapter number 7, that is permutations and combinations. So before starting with the permutation and combination, let's see a thought. And the thought of the day is the only true wisdom is in knowing that you know nothing. It is said by the great Sukra. Now, what the thought means? The thought means that whatever we are knowing, that is nothing for us. We should understand or we should consider that we don't know anything. And since we don't know anything, so we need to try to find out what we should be knowing. Means what we should be always trying to learn something new. Okay, so this was the thought. Once more I want to repeat the thought, and the thought is the only true wisdom is in knowing that you know nothing. It is said by the great Sukra. Now let's talk about today's topic, that is chapter number 7, permutations and combinations. Now what the chapter says. This chapter, chapter number 7, we are going to learn in different parts. The parts are, first part will be the fundamental principle of counting, which is a basic. Exercise number 7.1 depends on this heading. Then the next one is what? Permutations. Permutations, here we will be dealing with different things because permutations is a major part of this topic. Okay, in permutations we are going to see some theorems also. That theorems we will be discussing after the introduction part. Okay, then the next part is what? The factorial. This is what the third part. After doing this, next will be combination. This will be the last part, and then some of the theorems. Total 6 theorems are there, along with some good remarks that will definitely help you to solve the different exercises of the topic or the different examples of the topic. Okay, so let's start the introduction of the topic, that is with fundamental principle of counting. Now, fundamental principle of counting means what? Counting as we were doing from our nursery, KG or grade 1 standard, that is 1, 2, 3 and so on. So what is great thing in this? That is fundamental principle of counting. Now it happens that if we are told to count something, very easily we will count number of things. Okay, 1, 2, so on. Then second time, second thing, the number of what? Same thing. Again 1, 2 and so on. But when the two things are mixed, and then if we are told, okay, find out the possible things when these two things are what? Mixed. Okay, so here the role is what? Very important of fundamental principle of counting. Now what is this? Now suppose there are two events. Okay, event means what? Any kind of work, right? Or any program or any object you can say. So suppose there are what? Two different events. Now suppose event 1, say E1, it is happening for m times. Okay, event 1 is for m times, and again there is what? Second event, that is E2, suppose it is n times. Okay, right? Event 1 is m times and event 2 is n times. Then what is the possibility that these two events will be happening together? We have learned these all things in previous class, that is probability. Now if event 1 is happening m times and event 2 is happening n times, then the possibility that this will happen together is m cross n, that is what? M into n. This is called the fundamental principle of counting. Now if suppose there is one more event, event 3, then it will be m into n into say p. Okay, now one of the very good example given in your NCERT book, it is about the person who is having 2 pants and 3 shirts. Okay, very basic example and interesting too. So how the combinations can be done? Okay. Now suppose if the person is having what two pants, say P1 and P2, say P1 and then P2. These are what the two pants, and he has three shirts. So what are the different dresses he can be wearing? Okay. Now when the dress will be complete, when a pant and shirt will be mixed. Okay. So the P1 along with pant 1, he can go with shirt 1, he can go with shirt 2, or he can go with shirt 3. So what are the different dresses he will be wearing? He will be wearing P1 S1, P1 S2, or P1 S3. Means from one pant and two shirt he can make three different dresses. Now same thing if he will try with this, that is pant 2. So S1, S2 and then S3. That is the new dresses will be pant 2 shirt 1, pant 2 shirt 2, or pant 2 shirt 3. It means total there are what 6 possible dresses. Right? So this is what counting in this way, when there are what two event. Okay, one event is what pant 1 and 2, that is event 1 that is pant event is happening twice, and shirt event that is event 2 is happening thrice. So total number of possibilities, that is nothing but 2 into 3, that is what 6, which is what told by the fundamental principle of counting. So this is what the first unit of this chapter. On this chapter, exercise number 7.1. Okay, exercise number 7.1 totally depends on this. When you will finish the exercise number 7.2, the next thing, that is what the permutations will start. Okay, now what is permutations? The definition for permutation is: a permutation is an arrangement in a definite order of a number of objects taken all or some at a time. Now permutations can be think of in a two different ways: when the objects, all the objects are what similar, or when the objects are different. Means if we will go in this way, the first time is what, when all objects are similar. Objects are similar. Okay, and the second permutation what we can think of, when objects are different. Okay, when objects are different. Okay, these two kinds of permutation we are going to see. So let's talk when the permutation, when all the objects are what, similar. Okay, when all the objects are similar, that time also what, two different cases, that is repetition is allowed and repetition is not allowed. Okay, so when the repetition is allowed, and the second thing is what, repetition not allowed. Okay, now whenever the repetition is allowed, at that time we can use all the objects again and again, right? So that time the permutation, that is NPR, will be simply n raised to r. Okay, but when the repetition is not allowed, that time the permutation, that is NPR, can be found out by using the formula n factorial upon n minus r factorial. Now what are this NPR and factorial symbol? Factorial is the next bit of the topic which we are going to learn now only. Then second thing, n means what? It is total number of objects. R means what? How many times that objects are taken. Means the number of times that objects are taken. P means what? It's a permutation. Okay, now n factorial and n minus r factorial, that we will see. Now what is factorial? Factorial is a number which can be obtained by multiplying the numbers, natural numbers, in a decreasing order. How it is? Now suppose if we are taking a number n. Okay, if you want to find out number n factorial, factorial symbol it is. okay, which is an exclamatory mark in English. So n factorial can be given as n, okay, into n minus 1 into n minus 2 and so on. Till what? Till the number 1. Okay. So how will obtain this number 1? It is n into n minus 1. Okay. Right? n into n minus 1. This is what? N into n minus 1 into n minus 2 into so on. And then here it will be what? N minus 1, because this n will get cancelled, minus and minus will get plus, and then you will be getting 1. Okay, simply if you want to find out 5 factorial, so what it is, simply just go on 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. If you want to find out 3 factorial, then 3 factorial is equal to 3 into 2 into 1. If you want to find out 10 factorial, it means that 10 into 9 into 8 into 7 into 6 into 5 into 4 into 3 into 1. Okay? Or even you can write it as 5 factorial is equal to 5 into. If you will observe this number, that is what? 4 into 3 into 2 into 1 is nothing but 4 factorial. In a simple way, it can be written as n factorial is equal to n into n minus 1 factorial. Okay, by using this technique you will be able to find out the solution of the different sums. Now on permutation exercise number 7.2, 7.3 and even few sums of 7.3 also depend. 7.2, 7.3 and 7.4 depends on permutation as well as factorial. Now the next beat, that is what? The combinations. Now what are combinations? Combination is related to permutations only. Whenever there are different type of things are there, and if we are going with the combination, means what? Which combinations we are going to use. Okay, a thin line is there in between the permutation and the combination. Now suppose if we are talking about the permutation, that is P1, P2, event 1 and event 2, and whatever the final outcomes are there, that is P1, S1, P1, S2 and so on, that is 6 things, okay, that are nothing but the combinations. Okay, one more good example is given in your NCERT book, that are about the 3 players X, Y and Z, tennis player, and if you want to find out the team of a couple or a 2 player, so how you will be finding it? So if 3 things are there, that is X, Y and Z, so the possible combinations are what? X, Y, Y, Z or X, Z. That is what? 3 different things. In short, the relation between the combination and the permutation can be given as, suppose it is NPR, that is permutation. It is nothing but NCR into R factorial. Okay? NPR stands for permutation, NCR stands for combination. And what is permutation? Permutation is nothing but NCR into R factorial, where 0 is less than R is less than or equal to N. Okay. Now for formula where all the objects are what similar and repetition is not allowed, that time NPR can be given as here n factorial upon n minus r factorial, which is equal to NCR into R factorial. If we rearrange this thing, that is what R factorial, if we bring it this side, then this implies that NCR, that is combination, is equal to n factorial upon R factorial upon n minus R factorial. Okay, so this is what easy way how to find out the combination, exercise number 7.4. And after that, of course, there will be mixing of all the sums, where we will be solving the miscellaneous exercise of the chapter number 7, permutations and combination. And then let's go through some of the theorems and remarks. Okay, so here this is what the introduction part. this is what enough for the today. We are going to stop it here. Very soon we will meet with the next part when we will be solving exercise number 7.1 and in our next video at your own channel, that is Maths Mela. So till that time, be happy, be at home, be safe. Thank you.